Hi! Traditionally, websites have been tracking their users using cookies. Cookies are small bits of data that are saved on the user's device, which are used to identify them. Another way of using cookies is with server-side, where the information is stored on the website server, while on the user's side, a cookie with an ID is set that links that info to the user. Thankfully, there are regulations in place like GDPR in order to regulate this tracking. And of course, you can also delete the cookies in order to not be tracked anymore. But really, does that help? Probably not as much. Large companies use browser fingerprinting in order to identify your device. How does it work? Well, it does not collect any personal data about a user when they visit the website. What it does though is create a unique fingerprint about the device using information like what browser or operating system the user is using, the screen resolution and color depth, the installed fonts and extensions, time zone and language settings, as well as hardware specifications like the CPU and GPU. All of that info combined creates a very accurate fingerprint about the device. It's really hard to regulate or stop this since most requests to the server include all of this info in order to provide the user with a good experience and actually be able to be usable. Then, after the fingerprint about this device is created, whenever you log into a service that already has your personal data, this fingerprint can very easily be matched to your identity. And that's how your device gets linked to your identity. This fingerprint can be used for ad tracking to serve you personalized ads, but it also makes a big impact on fraud prevention and security. In particular, banks and security systems can easily identify suspicious logins. Since a browser fingerprint is created on device, the user is easily identifiable, even if they're using a different account or have not accepted cookies. That is good on one side, since malicious users can be blacklisted. But on the other side, of course, user privacy gets compromised. Luckily, there are methods that you can use in order to prevent browser fingerprinting for you. Some of them include using the Tor or Brave browser, or even Firefox with strict settings. There are also VPNs and anti-fingerprinting extensions like uBlock Origin or Privacy Badger. And finally, you can randomize your fingerprint, which renders it unusable, using the Brave browser's fingerprinting protection. What about the legality of browser fingerprinting? Well, GDPR states that user consent must be collected before tracking. Thankfully, regulators are cracking down. However, enforcement is still weak. Hopefully, there are going to be regulations in the future in order to prevent this. There is a website that I'm going to link in the description that you can visit and see how unique your fingerprint is compared to other users around the world. If you are too identifiable and unique, then you may be interested in checking out the solutions that we described previously. In any case, thanks for watching, and if you're interested in more privacy content, check out our YouTube channel. Have a good one.